I'm excited to see sunset. I don't think we've looked at sunset before, have we?
Maybe not.
It's a newer map, I think, for us at least. And let's see. Share my screen. Okay. We're good. I think we're good. Just loading into the game, then we'll roll into it.
Yeah, good for me too.
Perfect. I think maybe a good place to start would be recapping the notes from last week and then taking a look at the tracker and then looking at the VOD itself. So, recapping notes from last week, pretty standard stuff in the scope of typically what I look at. So we looked at 80-20 defense, starting in the middle of the map, fast rotating. It's kind of a little bit confusing to do on Sunset at times, but should be in the realm of possibility here, playing somewhere towards that top mid area, but we'll see. And then looking at the mini map when you're kind of rotating in to see where your teammates are and then their vision cones. So a bit more game sense specific this week. The only mechanical thing that we wanted to point out was repositioning your crosshair to have a pre-aim before actually kind of walking into the angle and turning around at the same time. So I'll be on the lookout for that. But taking a look at the tracker, we have some nice things to look at here. We are above a 50% win rate, which is very nice.
Yippee!
And in our last 20 games, we are completely shitting on everyone when we aren't playing Deadlock. So
yeah, I've noticed I'm on a Deadlock losing streak right now, and I get scared to play her now.
You're in your own head with Deadlock, which, to be fair, I've always thought Deadlock was kind of difficult to play. Whereas Reyna is kind of like you have two abilities. So Deadlock's nice. The nade is definitely strong right now, but it's not the most friendly agent pool, I think, for Deadlock. Like, she's not that good on Icebox. She's pretty mid on Pearl, and then all the other maps are kind of like okay. So it could be a map thing too. It looks like you're playing her on a couple of maps: Haven, Ascent, Icebox. Yeah, those are tough. Those are tough to pull off with Deadlock. So it could be map specific for sure. But with that said, let me take a look at the VOD. Let's take a look. Epic
I
Pin
think
guy?
I'll live on this high for the rest of the week.
Stream VOD. This is a first for me to look at, I think.
Yeah, we don't. Well, because we were also on a losing streak for games that I played on stream specifically, so I was like, okay, maybe it's like bad luck or like I'm not focusing enough. But...
Yeah, this is gonna be a first. Let's see here. Can I move my cam? Here, I'll put us over here. We are migrating to the right side of the screen. Okay.
Right,
Legs to team.
We're defending.
Is that a mantra for fast rotate?
I'll keep track this time. No, it's just because I accidentally mistyped "Let's Go Team" at one point.
I see. Yeah, we're starting mid. That is a good sign. Okay, looks like teammate CB. We should rotate. Nice. One brain cell rotate. Let's go. Okay, this is an odd smoke to play with here. So I could already see why it's confusing. Flash. Good nade. Weird ass smokes. Yeah, this round was confusing, so I don't blame you in the slightest on what happened here. Let's kind of just walk through a little bit of what typically happens on this rotate. Can you see my game? I think it should be in.
Yes.
Okay, let me windowed full screen it. That should be better. Okay. Okay, so a couple things I wanted to cover. Very brief. Our pistol buy. We had. I need to get rid of this. We had something. Okay, why can't I sell shit? Okay, there we go. We had this as our buy. Light shields, one heal in classic. Very simple, but typically if you're playing attack half, it's good to have this buy and then you have ghost. Basically you're prioritizing the flash because having it on attack is nice. So we can go out of choke points. On defense, you actually might prefer to go double dismiss because on defense, sometimes you can like play an off angle. I'm trying to think of a good one. Let's just pretend like I'm A for this example. Let's say like I'm playing an off angle here. I can get that kill and then dismiss out, reposition, and then I can look for another fight here and then dismiss out. So defense, it's good to have two dismisses typically, and then on attack, it's good to have a flash. Now, that's not always the case. In your example here, if you were to rotate, say, from mid to A, having the flash to go through the smoke could be really good, and then you can try to get that kill. So not bad at all. In terms of the actual preference, whether or not you go ghost or light shield, I prefer the ghost because I'm going to get a kill and heal anyways, fingers crossed. So I don't need the light shield, but that's kind of the thought process. Okay, so actually rotating into B, you have two options here. You have option 1, which is going down market, and then you have option 2 to go CT. The question for you is, when should you rotate market instead of CT when you're going B? It's not a trick question here, just if anything comes to mind. And maybe it'll help if we go back to here. And we'll be, what do you think?
Maybe where my teammate is based.
Okay.
So here my teammate is focusing from this side, so I would want to have like a kind of like a crossfire or something, which is
okay,
be me on the back of B.
Yeah, so you're kind of saying, I don't know why this is a highlighter. You're saying coming out here and then playing off his contact here?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that definitely makes sense. The other thing to potentially consider is just how the attackers are coming out. So sometimes if they're out already and they're coming out this way, it might make sense for you to go market to stop them from pushing in the smoke here. And then the other thing to consider is if they're doing B splits. But I'm not really looking for a specific answer here. I'm just looking to get the brain juices flowing, because the rotate decision here to go market or spawn is going to be a pretty crucial one in how the round plays out. I would say 9 times out of 10, maybe 8 times out of 10, it is probably better to go spawn.
Okay.
So we go spawn here. We see this weird ass execute. Okay, so there's a smoke here. There's a market smoke here. Typically, your routing to go right side on this ledge here with your flash is going to be the best one. But because there's a smoke here, it's kind of confusing on what to do. So let's kind of unpack that a little bit. If I'm in your position here and I see this smoke, you now again have two options. Option 1 is to go on the left side to fight. And option 2 is going to the right side to hold the smoke, or even potentially push the smoke. I'm not that psychotic here, so I'd probably sit next to the smoke here. Both are really good options. It's dependent on your goals. So did you ever play the old Sunset?
What was different? I don't think so.
Plant spot used to only be here, and you couldn't plant here.
Oh, okay. Then no.
Okay, so old Sunset, the play would almost 100% of the time be going right side every time to deny the plant. Unfortunately, they changed this bomb site. Although you could plant front side, there just wasn't this divot here. But they reworked the bomb site to make it harder to play B main spam, but then they made the plant easier to plant for B main. So I don't know, but this is probably the most common plant spot you'll see nowadays. And as you can see, you can't really deny it. So this means that when you're rotating into B, your job isn't really to deny the plant anymore. It's just looking for kills. So sometimes you might be better off just going here to make sure this guy doesn't run through the smoke. And you're kind of just like, I guess, prepping for the retake. Whereas if you're going for these fights here, you might get overwhelmed from this player running through, kind of like what happened here. But also these fights in particular are kind of hard to go for, because this fight here, they can kind of tuck into cover. If you swing a bit too wide, you can kind of get peeked from this player here and the main player. And for some reason, it seems like fighting this player here feels very awkward, especially if they get to this side. You can't even see them. So fighting left side is all about timing. Like if you are on this angle or like here as they're coming out, it's really good because you can kind of stop them from getting to all of this deep space here. Otherwise, it might just make more sense for you to go behind the smoke here. So how do we make this really easy for you to follow? Well, I think the main thing is if your teammate is fighting, so in this case, he's gone. But if your teammate was fighting, you would probably look to fight, in this case, left side, if you saw the smoke here, or you, if the smoke wasn't there, you just swing right side. But in this context here, teammate not fighting, and this awkward smoke is here, let's just go and sit into this corner here.
Okay.
It's not the best play.
I don't remember if
'cause
it's
it's
this
safe.
one, but I think I did do that in another round.
Gotcha. Cool. But I did like that you fast rotated. I'm gonna quickly look at your eyeballs to see if you're looking at minimap. I believe you are here. Yeah. So it looks like you rotated at the start here. Let's see. Yeah, so we did look at minimap. Okay, so that's our minimap. We're looking. Okay. So we were at minimap the whole time until here. Technically, you should actually still be minimapped. So that's something to consider. Maybe you can minimap a bit longer, but I do like to see it here. And then last thing I need to look for is the mechanical piece. Where's that crosshair? So crosshair, little flickies. Okay, that was good. I see you did the random blind and then flicked back down. That was something that we were working on last time, or pointed out last time. So good to see that shift there. And then of course we just got caught by the push through. So that was a pretty good round, I would say. All things considered, it was just the actual rotating path. If we decided to go next to the smoke, I wonder if that would have made a big difference. Going for the mid start again, fast rotate, looking mini map. It looks like, yeah. Okay, they're not out yet, but they've got some awkward smokes. We do go right side here. Okay, and we're chilling, we're vibing. You guys gonna push through, you get the kill. Yep, nice. Oh, we get two. Reload! Oh my god. Okay, so this was all good. The main thing I want to point out here is the fact that we didn't really use our util too much after we got the kill. So, this kill here, free heal, okay? You don't need to grab the heal right away. Actually, it's typically recommended for random players to not grab the heal right away and actually go for a peek first, which is kind of what you do here, just in case you could sneak another kill, and if you can't, you dismiss and get out. In this scenario here, I would probably greed the heal just because we have a shit gun, but regardless, this play is completely acceptable. Now, if you did want to go for this play at a higher level, it would be kill this guy. I need to buy my flash again, hold on. Kill that guy, boom, and then you would flash and then swing out. Get this kill, and then this is where you would grab the heal. It's like now your kit is gone. So notice how you get this kill, but we kind of push forward. We still have the heal and the, the flash and the heal, and we kind of didn't do either here. So that would be what you'd want to look for to make your life a bit easier. Obviously this guy pushes you. At this point, you would want to heal and kind of tuck into cover, just so you kind of stay alive. And then ideally, after you finish grabbing all the heals you need, you would flash and then come back out. And I think if you did do that, you probably would have won this round. So I think you would have been able to push this chamber back, maybe have grabbed this Vandal, and then from there, we could have played the 2v2. So, I mean, really good job killing 3 regardless, but now we're kind of getting into the util side of things and making the Reyna really lethal. But that was good positioning. Like, we did the 80-20 there. We didn't buy a gun. Probably something chat related.
I started writing stuff down, and then, I started writing down, like, where each team goes, just to keep track of things. But then I realized it takes me a little bit longer, and then I forget to buy stuff. So kind of have to find the balance there.
Gotcha. That's cool though. Looks like they're going A. I don't know, where's this rocket?
And I forgot to buy.
Oh, they're going B. Okay. We'll throw this one out and take a look at another one. All good. Let's see. Up ult. Looks like they're going A this round, so I don't see them B. Oh, there's a player there. Go back and take a look at these, because I was looking at minimap. Okay, so it looks like you're jiggling here. I don't mind the jiggle at all. It actually makes sense. Flash. Crosshair and lower. Nice. I do see the intentional crosshair placement after the blinds. Very nice. Good kill as well. And no inefficient movement as well. Notice how you peeked out and stopped, and I just went for the shot. Obviously, crosshair placement could be slightly better, but given the rank we're at here, this is it's really good peek. See what happens here. I think one mid player, one B main. We're kind of just chilling here. I don't really know what's going on. I have a hard time predicting what happens in this elo. Like, I would expect him to go back to A, but Everything's kind of just random here. So we push up with the homie. I'm down. Looks like they're committing B. So looks like we're gonna go for the flank. I saw you look at minimap there. 2 out, 1 unknown. Scaling. Crosshair placement looks decent. Stage 1 that. We flash. There we flash here. Good. Good movement as well.
Oh my
Wow,
God,
that was a good flash. That was a really good flash. The question for you is, did you realize after the chamber died that both other players are out B main here? Like,
No.
I see you're grabbing the info when you look at the minimap. Like, I see your eyes go to the minimap there. The reason why I ask is because if you did know that the last 2 were a site, like how he flashed was perfect. But I didn't want to assume. So given that you said no, this is agent tracking. So if you look at the minimap and I pause here, you see Reyna and Brimstone on the minimap, which means chamber is unknown. We don't know where chamber is. Chamber is on B main probably because of the trip. So when you kill the chamber here, you'd be like, oh shit, chamber dead. Last 2 are on site before. In which case you running up with your flash here makes total sense. But if you didn't know, or let's say like you killed the Reyna B main instead, you'd be like, oh shit, maybe a chamber is still here. You can't pull out your flash like that. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, I think because there was no extra information after Sage took down someone, like I wasn't really paying attention to which agent. Then I was like, okay, so this area is probably clear, and then I should just go for the next one.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, you did make the right read, so that's good. And obviously we have good movement there, which definitely closed out the round, so definitely good flash. And I do like the aggroness to push flank there. Next round, sounds like they flashed A. You would rotate off of that flash.
He thinks this
So here we
way.
go. Yep. See, we flash through. That's acceptable.
They're
We
not
should
here
be able to
yet?
hold this. Yeah, they're going elbow.
What?
Yep. There he is.
Okay.
So this was fine. This area is very tricky to play, especially in your rank, because I noticed your clove didn't do the one way. So let me kind of just walk through this a little bit. We did the correct rotate though. Boom, boom, boom. They're going A. Let me go through this way. In your case, you use the flash. In the higher ranks, I would imagine if you start pushing gold or plat, this thing gets one-wayed by your clove, which means if you make it through the smoke and there's a one-way there, you no longer have to look there and you can look here. Given that we don't have the one-way here, you probably have to sit here the whole time looking at this angle until you hear them coming out elbow, or until your teammate behind you picks up this angle. And what you'll notice, I don't know if you noticed it the first time,
Or what?
as you're peeking out on this guy, there's a bullet that came from your right there. So even if you killed this player, you would have died to the lane player there. But this is a tricky spot to play without the one way. My suggestion would be you get through the smoke, you come out on the left here, and then you kind of just sit here. Hold for this. If you get the kill, you could probably get the kill and dismiss and then get out. Or if you feel like you hear a lot of people on site, you could probably get this kill and then flash, and then go for another and then get out. But basically, just be very careful of being exposed to this angle and this angle at the same time. But we did do the correct rotate there, so that is good. I want to quickly look back again. I don't know if we got a sound cue on elbow.
They're not even here yet?
Yeah, we do hear that.
What?
So he's gonna come out of this fight. He hits a nice shot, so he was expecting us, it looks like, but I think that round was pretty acceptable. Just unfortunately we don't have the one way there, but that's going to be pretty normal, I think, in our rank.
Don't worry, I'll win this for us single-handedly.
Okay, so let's see. I like the confidence. I think they're going B again.
Let's head height in here.
Yeah, this angle's always tough to aim. So start rotating here. This is fine. We don't see the clove. I'm gonna go back and check your eyeballs. Looks like we aren't looking at minimap here. So this is where you definitely want to be looking at minimap. I think you checked it once right there. You're like, okay, minimap checked, and then you're like, okay, let me rotate. Your eye should be glued at the minimap the entire time as you rotate.
Okay.
I don't know how it is for other people, but I pretty much look at the minimap like 80% of the time on defense when I'm playing the game. So it's a lot of minimap staring. It gets a little bit boring sometimes, but yeah, glue that thing to the minimap until here. Then you would look back at your screen so you have the correct pre-aim. But the minimap's going to tell you everything you need to know. Are they out? Yes. Are they, could they be here? Potentially. Could they be here? Potentially. So you need to kind of grab all that info, so when you come to the position you are now, you know which angle you're about to fight. And sometimes if you read the minimap and they aren't out B main yet, you know that they couldn't be here yet, so you can keep going and then pre-aim the deeper angle instead. So that's all minimap. See how this goes though. So we're kind of walking out. Looks like we're walking out the site. Okay. I am down. It's always an awkward flood here because you can't really deny the plant. And we actually don't go into that corner this time though. This backfight here will be good. Wow, insta kill. In terms of our slices, I will say it looks acceptable. The reason why I say it in that tone though is because I think we might be taking slightly small steps. But honestly,
Yeah.
it looked weird the first time I watched it, but every time I watch it back, it gets a bit more digestible. So I won't hang up too much on this one. But really good insta kill. That's exactly what we want when you're doing those tiny peaks. Obviously, this guy's stuck in the corner, so you start scaling. Good. Yeah, and then we go for this flash. Double flash here probably would be good. Oh wow, this guy got fucking shit on.
What the hell?
And we pre-aimed here very intentionally after the flash. That's really good. Nice. Very good. I think that player's... Oh no, he's out of default. Okay. Should be able to flash again here. That's right. Yeah. It's a good round though. Good round. We were slightly slow on this rotate because we kind of sat here. I do think that's acceptable. In the future, just try to get out to the right. But the mechanics looks good. We were rotating quickly. Just look at minimap the entire time as you're rotating. It wouldn't have changed anything on that round, but that is a good habit to get into.
Good habit, yeah.
Oh, they smoked out mid, and they're going for a mid B split.
What do you mean?
Right. You could go into the smoke if you wanted to, if you're crazy. Okay, he's not going for a mid B split. This guy's going for top mid smoke. Wow, that makes literally 0 sense.
I think they were just coming out to get me specifically because I've been here the whole time, so
Yeah.
they knew I would be here.
That's fair.
That was what we theorized in the chat.
I mean, it's fucking kudos to the Rays. He's basically making a solo play instead of assisting the B split by killing the market player. So he should be going market, in which case when you see this smoke, if you're the top mid player, it's gonna sound a little bit crazy, but it's typically a good idea as the mid player to go into the top mid smoke when you see it. Just be a little bit careful of spam, so I like to sit into this corner. And then when you see on the mini map your teammates start taking contact in market, or maybe if you just feel like you hear like a lot of footsteps and they're running past you, you can walk through the smoke and then you can get some kills here. I would pull up a clip,
I love it.
but yeah, it's a good play. I've seen a couple of Sunset VODs at this point from, let me think, Daznarth, Canes, Oxy on ISO and Clove, I think. Maybe Note was on Clove. My point being is I've looked at a decent amount of Sunset VODs, and people go for this fight regardless of their role. It's like a psycho play, but you can catch a lot of people off guard. Now, in this round, you probably would have just died to the Raze rocket, but there's a chance you would have killed the Raze if he went into the smoke, but that's not the point here. I want you to read that they smoked top mid, so they're more likely to go into market. Whereas if they smoked market, like, I don't know if you just knew they smoked market or you heard it, and they didn't smoke top mid, they're more likely to push top mid. Because like most people don't push through smokes, right? Obviously this guy's an exception. So that's kind of how you want to read the game. But a bit unlucky. Oh look, our Sage did go for the timing though. He's gonna walk through the smoke and kill everyone. Boom, boom. So that's the play right there. No one ever expects it. And if they do, they're weird, so.
My worst fear is saying that and then being at the bottom.
Oh, almost. Let's take a look at this. You're kind of going for this like jiggle thing.
That and then being at the bottom.
Almost was a kill. Sage might just be owning. Some tiles. Okay. This back. Our Sage really is in there. Okay. Good spray control. Almost got this one. Moving a bit too quick here. I think if you get this kill and pause, you would have been chilling. You could also use your dismiss too. I wish I could show you the dismiss, but you'll see a lot of random players. They'll like get a kill, and then if they have cover and the player is far away, They're just like dismiss and jiggle for info. So like you could get this kill dismiss and just sit here, and then like, okay, there's a brimstone there, tuck back, cancel the dismiss, pull out your flash, and then go for the fight.
I didn't know you could cancel it.
You can cancel it. It's not that important now, to be honest, compared to what it was before. But you can like instant dismiss. Like you can get this kill dismiss and then come back and then cancel pretty quickly. But before, the dismiss used to last a bit longer, but you moved a bit slower. But yeah, you just press the same button again. So get this kill dismiss, look here, spot the enemy, cancel, pull out flash, flash, frame, swing, get the kill.
Gotcha.
Oh, that would be the formula here. I do like that you follow up your Sage though. Alright, so moving over to B, this is the 20% looks like.
I love it. I love when that happens.
They're going A, I think.
A?
Yep.
Obviously.
We need to change our minimap settings. You can't,
Okay.
you can't see the A bomb site from when you're on B, so I think you're probably on default, which is going to be, what is it? This? This? Yeah, okay. These are the settings you're on here. Your player is always the center of your minimap, which is fine. If you did want to keep your player centered always, I think you just have to zoom out more, something like that, or you can make the minimap bigger. I think it's a combination of both. I don't do that. All I do is I just don't make myself the center. I keep that off and then I have the full map. So that's how I like to do it. You can do whatever you want. Just make sure your minimap you can see the full thing. That's all.
Okay.
Because you need to know if they're up elbow right now. Which it seems like this chamber
Obviously,
was
I take
spotted.
the gamble. They go A.
Okay, so we go here. This is Sage Vault. You should know that when you're rotating in. So when you come around here, when you're looking at minimap, you would see, okay, Sage Vault here. Maybe a pre-aim top box because they have a chamber. But that's all you want to see here. That makes sense? You should be able to jump on this wall though if you want to keep pushing.
They may be going back B.
Yeah. Reaggress A? Yeah, this is good. Your Clove is containing them too, so that was good. Definitely could read the minimap a bit more on the rotate. That's the main thing here.
Yeah.
But our rotate timing is good.
You want to play? Let's
As an op,
play.
I would be a little bit careful. Okay. Down. Looking at minimap, nice. Yep, you're looking at minimap a bit more this round. And then you start looking at your util, which is funny. Okay, so we are here on this angle in time. They don't commit. Okay, this is fine. Oof. Nice. Wow, no blue bars too. That's impressive. Mouse is still a little bit jittery. That's something you'd probably want to smooth out now before you get too much in the higher ranks. You can aim like this. The pro that comes to mind for me is Asuna. That guy looks like he's aiming with, like every time he clicks left click, there's an earthquake going on. I don't know, but it's really hard to be consistent like that, in my opinion at least. So that could be something you would want to smooth out a bit more. You could do like tracking tasks to do that. You could just like look at a dot, like shoot a dot, and then just track this. Like anything just to smooth out. It's basically just like trying to keep low tension in your grip.
Okay.
It's easier said than done, by the way. My tracking is terrible.
Okay.
I've been working on it for 3 months and it's still bad. So good kills though. So after this first kill here, this is a very common formula. Whether or not you get the kill and tuck back in the cover, or whether or not you get the kill and dismiss and then go back in the cover. The fact is, you get the kill or you take a fight, you should go back in the cover, flash, and then go for the repeak. Given that you have 2 flashes here, going for the second fight here is a little bit greedy. I know you just shit on the guy, so I'm completely down. But this is probably what will help you make the push to silver, is getting that first kill and then start using your flash. Or even using your flash the first time is fine.
Okay.
But I personally like to element of surprise for the first kill and then flash for the second, basically. And we can run some drills on that. I think that would probably be good. So we should just win this. You should be flashing for your team right here as well, since you can get it through the wall here.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. I was just thinking, like, how am I supposed to go through this?
Yeah. I don't expect you to see that just because obviously this thing is here, but if you did, it would be good flash.
What?
This one's scary.
Kind of scary.
So this is where you'd probably flash as well, because you just heard us TP. flashing to swing here. So the new thing to learn for this week, mechanically, game sense, util wise, I don't fucking know. It's kind of all three. Is to flash if you're peeking into someone and you kind of know their location already. Flashing is always good. The quick tip for flashing, by the way, far away, flash high. So from their point of view, really high. It's kind of annoying to break. They have to flick all the way up. People suck at flicking up. But the problem is if you're like trying to flash this chamber here, right? And he's holding like this or whatever. If you flash too high, the flash is gonna go above their head and it's not gonna blind them. So what you'll do instead, you just flash on the floor. And the nice thing about floor flashes, you can control the distance. So if I want it perfectly on this corner here, I could flash that. If I want it closer to me for whatever reason here, maybe if I'm here, I want to flash close left and close right, you can do it on the floor. So TLDR, floor flashes, close range, high flashes, long range. And there's nothing wrong with the head level flashes as well. It goes really far on their screen. So if they're holding this and then they have to flick to here, kind of annoying. So that's also useful too. You just have to be a bit more careful with these ones. So I don't really go for flashes like this too much. It's almost always floor flashes or high flashes for me.
Okay.
But yeah, good time to flash there. Let's see, top mid again. Most people ADS this angle, by the way. I know you haven't really experimented with ADSing, but it's something you could think about. Just gives you a bit more accuracy in your gun. So they're not A or B. I don't know what the fuck's going on. This has to be B. Do you rotate? No. Okay, they're just sitting top mid. That's fine. Rotating here is the correct play. Going back to mid and taking this fight is also the correct play. Maybe flash here. If you were going to fight, this would be a good flash. So we gotta talk about sound here. So you're running. And you're running forward. Okay, so this is the hard part. You almost never want to run forward in this game if you're in a corridor because they can just take the sound cues and then just peek you. Okay, so I call this zigzagging, but when you have like a straight column like this, you can't really W key on this angle like this. You'll just get annihilated. So the way you would want to do this is just do it silent. So if you're doing it silent, you would just go zigzag. Let me kind of back up first. The concept I wanted to actually introduce is zigzagging. So you can do this with sound or without sound. And it's for instances like this where you have to move kind of in a narrow pathway, okay? So let's say the threat that I'm worried about is here, like this angle. I could obviously just walk forward and then close the distance and then peek out and take the fight. That's really risky because I'm moving in a straight line. So instead of moving in a straight line, I would zigzag towards the right first. So I'm going to go like across like this. You could do it running as well. Run. And if they were to peek me, at least I'm moving somewhat to the side and I'm not an easy kill. But then the question then becomes, well, Dopai, what do you do when you're here? Do I just go in a straight line still? No, this is where you zigzag the other way. So now I'm kind of coming out. This is where I can start using AD peaks instead of just W peeking. I can clear all of this with AD peaks. And then now you're like, oh shit, well, how do I keep going forward? Well, this is where you would zag again, going back, and then you kind of AD. You don't obviously have to do this to that extent, but that's kind of the idea. You run this way, boom, and then you AD peek all of this. Then you come back to the wall here, and then you kind of come back out again. So that will allow you to kind of not get timing. But the main thing here is that we made noise. So you can make noise all you want here, blah, 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 because we're not peeking yet. Then you would AD peek this. And then from here, if you want to scale up on the angle, you would probably want to do a shift walking, but not go straight. You would shift walk and go to the side, like we just talked about. Kind of get to here, and then start peeking out with A and D keys. And then you can come back to the wall, and then you kind of come back out. That's a bit awkward, but that's because this hallway is pretty long. But that's kind of the generic idea there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh, and if you could get close too, like let's say like we got here, because you knew these players were like 2 mid, you could also just throw your flash here and then just jump out and take the fight. So that could have probably worked as well.
For the zigzagging, are you doing W and D at the same time?
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
So on this case here, I'm holding WD and shift, WD shift, and then I'm going to stop here. Now I'm going to use A, and then I'm going to WD again to get close to the wall, and then I'm going to go A.
Okay. I see.
Yeah. Obviously, it doesn't have to be exactly that. I think somehow turn on captions. I think some people will do like WD and then get here and then go WA and then kind of just keep going out on the edge here. I think that's acceptable. But the main thing is trying to avoid moving in the straight line directly into the angle. As long as you avoid that, the technique that you do it on will vary on location. But yeah. Keep going here.
Last round, I didn't tell you my mom kept answering because I was
Okay, so gambling B. I'm down to keep going B a lot.
streaming, but I called them back after.
Now they're going for the flash play. So I don't. It looks like your Phoenix kind of just runs up from spawn in the last 2 seconds. So I don't expect you to see this, but
And they wanted to say hi, and I didn't.
you know,
answer,
hindsight.
streaming.
If we did know your Phoenix was going for this flash, double flashing B main would have been sick.
But I called them. I called them back after.
But obviously we didn't know. So here, this is where you'd be like, oh shit, my teammate's fighting. Let me also throw a flash. This guy's a little scary. Okay. Up the homie. Nice. Nice.
Fuck.
Okay, spray control. All good. Let's go back and take a look. This first kill is huge. The second kill is even bigger. And we couldn't reset the we couldn't reset the gun in time. That's good to know. But that was good. That was good. The flash was fine here too. Looks like one mid, one B main. This guy should be through market. He's gonna shoot you in the back soon. Oh, never mind. The close killed him. Yeah, that was a good round though. That was a good round. I'm happy where we're at mechanically. We definitely are doing the flash, move crosshair for the pre-aim and get the kill type of thing. So we're good on that front. The main thing that I wanted to note down for our defense is minimap. So try and stare at minimap for even longer until the last possible second. As you're rotating. Last possible second. That is the thing you want to keep in mind. What was the other thing? Oh, flashing and repeaking. Flashing on repeaks. So we'll go into a custom and control that. I think that would be good.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
Where did I leave off my
CT side. Okay.
No reason
Same
to
thing for the pistol buy.
Well,
Oh, you're actually buying classic, but no shields. If you're gonna go for this buy with the classic, I think you can afford light shield. And you just get that
Okay.
plus 25. But again, for me, I would go ghost. So for me, it's ghost flash on attack or ghost double heal / dismiss.
We're going mid.
Calling the homies. Did we have any attack notes? I don't think so, right? We're focusing mainly on defense.
Yeah, we focused on defense last time.
Okay, so this will be a first. Okay. Goal here is going to be second or third in generally. So let's see. It's gonna be a new concept, but just let this round play out for now. Oh, your breach is actually going for the top mid
Breach
push.
is fearless.
Yeah.
Our
You're staring at him? That's actually a really good play that he did. We'd want to follow that guy up.
Okay.
We definitely want to follow that guy up. Just think about when you're in top mid, right? Most of the time you're kind of alone. So in Radiant specifically, a lot of people will fight through this top mid smoke because most of the time it's going to be one B main player, one market player, one like lane player, one elbow player, which means that there's one top mid player. Loosely put, of course. Sometimes you actually don't have a top mid player at all. You just have a tripwire here, and then you play 3 towards A or something like that. But basically, pushing through this top mid smoke is really good. Taking fights top mid in general is really good. So I definitely encourage you to at least give it a go. It's a bit scary, of course, because there's like left and right side you look at, but yeah. You did know your reach was going for the fight. Just knife out, get to the smoke, fight with him. That would be perfect here.
Wow, our breach is fearless.
Let's see what happens after. The smoke
Our breach
fades.
is risky biscuity.
Okay, so our crosshair moving
Our
when the smoke fade takes a while. So I like that you're holding the edge. You'd want to move your crosshair back up. Very end there. It's all
Our
good.
breach is risky bisky.
Good movement, of course. Ah, good flash. Actually winnable. This guy's gonna give you a fight. Yeah. NT. All good. Let's keep going. I would say just try to fight with the
Where
homie
is
there.
everyone going? Okay, well I guess I'm going A.
Yeah, we can go for a mid lurk. All good. Okay. Go for a lot of tight peeks there. A bit scared for you. This guy pushing through A. Oh, he ran away. Oh no, he was there. Holy shit. One guy pushed up, one guy fell back. That's what I'm saying. You can't predict this Evo. It's okay. So this is a good formula. Get this fight, you tuck back in the cover. This is where you could pull out your flash and keep going again if you wanted to.
Mm.
Let's see what happens though. This guy runs it down on us too. Okay. Acceptable rounds. Wow, Clove won that. Go team, go. Okay.
Anyway, not to
Rifle
justify my
rounds.
purchases like this, but
Flash left side. Okay. Scale up.
this,
So
but
we missed the mini map here. I don't expect you to look mini map here because you know there's a lot going on. But
not to justify my purchases like this, but
what you need to recognize is these two players are in front of you, which means if this player on the left were to swing out wide and kill you, that's just like fucking super unlikely. So basically, you're safe since these guys are in front of you. You can break the flash and then look right side, like fill in the gap, fill in the like aim at the spot your teammates aren't aiming, basically. But also, if you were going to look left side like you are now, you can sneak in a timing to look at the minimap to see if he's far away, because your two teammates were deeper on the right. Now in this case, they did fall back after the flash, but as they're falling back, you still have time to take a look at the minimap. Is basically the point there.
wait. So what am I looking for here?
You're
Just
looking
where the enemy
where the
team-
enemy fight took place from.
Okay.
Let me pull up notes from Pixel so I can reuse some of the notes I talked about there to explain it here. So scaling on attack, okay? If you're first or third in, this is more so for executes, but the concept applies here. We will categorize that as being in group A, okay? So if you're in group A, your goal is to clear angles and look for trades. And if you're going for trades, in this case, your teammate shot first, so that means that you're playing off of their contact, which is kind of like a trade. It's typically a good idea to look at the minimap very briefly to get your preem down. So in this case here, you see them fight, you look at minimap, see the question mark here, so that if you were to take this fight, you would be able to be like, okay, let me just go over there. You'd be like, okay, this guy's on this angle here. Let me go for that preem. So like, let's say I'm here, my teammates fight. There's a flash here, I shoot the flash, I look at minimap, I'm like, oh shit, he's here. Let me go like this, and then preem and go for this fight.
Okay.
But it's obviously hard to do in the moment, but as you develop the skill and you can look at your minimap quicker, that's what being in group A looks like. Now, being in group B, your job is to hold the smokes / floods in killing rotators, and typically if you're holding the edge of the smokes, or holding the smoke, you hold the edge of them. So basically, for group B, instead of looking for this trade here, you might instead just hold this the entire time. You're basically covering the thing that your teammates don't expect as they're fighting up. So let's say like I'm like back here and you see like 3 or 4 teammates in front of you. I'm categorized as group B. So my group A teammates are fighting whatever, I stare here. Or let's say like your teammates start fighting elbow, like they're here and they're like all fighting. You're probably back here and you just be holding this if you're part of group B.
Yeah.
Now, typically, duelist players aren't going to be group B. Like they're going to be one of the players pushing in. So given that that's your role here, you'd probably flash here, for example, for your teammate. If there's a player in front of you, you'd see what they're looking at. So let's say like you flash and you see your teammate peek this angle. When you flash, then it doesn't really make sense for you to peek the angle again. You might flash instead and then go all the way around to fight this or something. Because you're, clearing angles. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm just going to introduce the concept now. I don't expect us to drill it in at this point in time. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Because we're first or third in there, you look at minimap after the blind.
Justify my purchases like this.
Boom, boom. You can look at this angle. This is fine because obviously these two players are looking this way. Completely acceptable. They flash, you break flash. Eyeball should immediately dart up at the minimap, see this question mark, and then if you wanted to continue taking the fight, you would preem in the wall, come back out, or you could use your flash because you have 2 of them. That'd probably be really good actually. But that's how you would continue navigating the space. Oh, they didn't one way. That's fucking weird. Okay. Oof. Oof. These angle clears. A little bit scary. So very lazy on this one and this one and this one. I mean, thankfully there's no one there. But yeah, we need to dial that in. So let me kind of walk through this. We're looking here. Look at the edge of the smoke as you're coming up. Click back, preem, and then do like an actual proper peek. Come back out. I'd probably jiggle this to be honest, but whatever. Let's just say you peek out, stop. And then from here, you'd continue peeking out one by one. And then you would go on this left side wall here. So you can get angle advantage on this. And then as you continue scaling here, you'd flick back. Boop. Don't scale W key like this because I don't like W key scaling. You're going to go out on the side here. So go out the side. You can jump up on this ledge as well. Boop. Keep going out to the side as you're backing up to this wall to get more angle advantage and to make your angle easier to isolate. Cream, peek this. And then from here, you would keep slicing until you get to this angle here.
Okay.
So we could also drill that as well, but basically what I don't want it to be is just peek all of these.
Yeah, I think I was just pretty certain that there was no one in there because all the fight was happening on the
On the
other
left
side.
side,
So
yeah.
that's why I got lazy.
That's that's what they want you to think. Now, you know, we're in bronze, so no one knows what's going on. But people will intentionally do stuff like that in Radiant or even pro play. They make a lot of noise somewhere to bait for a homie, and then the player in the corner will just go nuclear. So, something that someone said to me in CS, which I might have said to you before, is clearing corners like it's your religion, and that really stuck with me. So, I kind of just abide by that. But wow, your Phoenix kills too? Is that a mid? So. Okay, we're chilling here. Crosshair should be over here just in case. Edge of the smoke, but it'd be very crazy if they push this. They should push it though, because they're down 3v5. But let's see. Peeking out here. You get the kill. There's something odd about our peaks, and I think it's like the baby steps here. Do you see that?
Do I wait for the brim smokes to go down? Drop in a smoke. I do.
Let me try to show the difference. Okay, so I'll show you kind of how I peek normally. It's gonna be like this. Okay. What we're kind of doing is like, we're going like this. Somewhat. Maybe we're going quicker, but it's like not a true step, I guess. Like, I think the thing that catches me off guard so much is I can't, like, look at my gun model, right? When I'm doing this, it has like a specific flow to it. It dips down and comes back up. Whereas like when you're taking baby steps, it kind of just like jitters. That's, I think, why it looks so alien to me, and it's hard for me to put into words. But when I see that, I can kind of tell that we're kind of peaking, not with like the best speed. Because like what you want to do when you peak is you want to do it with speed. So if someone is angle holding you, you don't die. So if you're taking like baby steps like this, it's like, well, fuck. Like if I'm holding you, I could just like click. It's really easy. At that point, you're actually faster just shift peeking. Like at that point, you might as well just shift peek, right? So the way to beat that and improve it is like actually have speed by taking steps or in like slightly wider chunks a little bit. So I know it's kind of odd, but yeah, something to think about. You can see like we're kind of doing like those weird like jitters in there.
And it pays off.
Yeah, nice kill. Get the kill here, you speed up. This is acceptable. Most of the time, you get the kill, you speed up, you'll use a flash. But this is acceptable. We did pre-aim, and then we didn't full clear the corner. This is also fine. I do like that we get the kill. I think your dismiss was grabbable. So something you could do in the back of your head is like, okay, I have a dismiss I can use if I see an enemy. So you kind of walk out here. You might not even take a shot. You might just walk out here. Oh shit, there's a guy. Grab your dismiss and then just piece back out.
Oh.
Because you're basically using this thing as like a get the fuck out button, and you're just using your body for info. You see a lot of waylays do that because they're all baiters. But that's a really good way to use your dismiss. Yeah, really good way to use your dismiss.
Theoretically, the Phantom is
Yeah, let's keep going though.
I was like,
I heard my name.
someone else take the spike.
Yeah. Jump bomb. Boom. Okay, homie died in mid. Rocket towards mid. Oh, that's towards A. Relatable. I can't hear shit in this game. Directional audio.
I thought it was in front of me.
Yep. Sounds in front of you and behind you sound to me literally identical. I can never piece it together. You're not alone with that. That's fuck it. We'll move on.
Better with my keyboard.
That happens to me.
My keyboard is a little slow to change up.
Okay.
Watch your eyes!
Okay.
Watching Phoenix players is hilarious. Okay, so you would flash here. So we're kind of in that group A category right now.
Okay.
You're basically playing with your teammate here. Now it's going to be very hard to predict what your teammate is doing Because I can't even figure out what the fuck this guy's trying to do. But it's clear that he's trying to fight. Okay, so given that he's trying to fight, you have tools to assist him. In this case, it's the flash. But that's what you'd probably want to use right now. The other thing to notice too is spacing. Typically, you want to give your first player in front of you a little bit of room to breathe. So in this case here, it actually might make sense for you to take a step forward or to take a step to the side so he doesn't bump into you. Now that's more of an advanced thing here, but I figured I mentioned it anyways. Most important thing here is
just because of the flash. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
I didn't know I was that close to him.
For sure. He's going wide here. This is fine. Keep giving him that space. You want to be ready for the trade though. So let him keep fighting. Boom, boom, boom. What you'd want to do at this point is your eyeball should be on the minimap. Boom, minimap. Okay, this chamber is by the corner. Okay, so I'm just gonna pretend like I'm in your shoes here. Da-da-da. Okay, I got blinded. Okay, now I'm here holding this. My Phoenix is fighting. Okay, I see chamber on the minimap. Okay, I'm ready to trade. Phoenix dies. Boom, trade. As soon as he dies, you try to fill in that space to go for the trade. But you need to see, of course, minimap to know that he's elbow. So that's big there that you try to go for the trade. There should be a Reyna here though. I don't know where she went.
What? That way?
We're going for bomb. It's fine. Be able to get the bomb here. Flash. Oh, they did push. Yeah, the Reyna pushed A. Okay, I was wondering where the fuck the Reyna went. They just re-pushed A. It's all good. A little bit confusing this round, but not worth spending too much time on. The main thing I just wanted to hone in on is the minimap stuff. Okay, so holding right side is fine. He scales right, so we look left. This is good. Pick up the left angle for him. Okay, so at this point, we have teammates in front of both angles, left and right. So now you just pick one. In this case, I'd probably follow the Phoenix ult. Okay, so we go to right side. This is acceptable. Either or is fine. Typically, I like to follow the Phoenix ult because I treat the Phoenix ult like a drone. Like Silver Drone, Skydog, something like that. But yeah, you can do either here as long as you follow a teammate. See how this goes out though. It looks like we have sight for free. You would look spawn here. Nice. And then you should know that all of these angles are clear. So let's go back and take a look at minimap. Okay, boom. You should look minimap now because there's teammates in front of you. You're no danger. Boom. You see the chamber there. You go preem, peek, come out. Okay, this is all clear. Now you look minimap again because the breach is in front of you. And then you would see that the Phoenix actually killed the chamber here. And then you'd peek back out, look at your screen. Cool. And then breach is in front of you again. You look minimap here. And then what you'll notice, if you look minimap, is your Phoenix kind of cleared everything, which means that all you have to do is clear spawn right now.
Okay.
So minimap, I like to say, will teach you how to play the game. Everything you need to do is going to be shown on the minimap.
Shit.
Yeah, your clove is ballsy for getting that bomb down. But here, you just hold the smoke. You don't have to move. I'll just hold the smoke. There are 3 spotted there, so repositioning to fight this is acceptable. But how do I explain this? We're gonna draw. What am I trying to draw here? Maybe we'll just use this. Okay, so there's 2 lanes, right? There's 2 lanes, you're in the middle. Typically, if there's 2 lanes and you can see them coming from 2 sides, you actually just fight the one that you're closest to, typically. Instead of going to the fight, you just stay on your side but push through and take your space. The concept is like if you're in a pinch, you fight 1 lane instead of trying to fight both. But what you're going to do when you reposition here is now this guy has an opportunity to walk out and this guy also has an opportunity to walk out and you're putting yourself in a pinch. So it's better for you to full take this lane completely so you know you don't have to worry about your back and then you can just fight in front of you.
Okay.
But let's see how this plays out. I mean, you do have the box. Well, that's a huge shot. And your breach came from the pinch too. So don't know where the Reyna went. Actually, a main flank, I guess. Yeah.
What?
That's crazy. So works out for us. Hopefully we win. Okay. Acceptable rounds. Obviously, a couple of moments as we're scaling, we can look at the mini map. We didn't talk about this last week, so I don't expect you to even be attempting it. But that's the thing to work on for this week in particular.
Maybe
is the minimap and scaling. Or maybe that's not even the right way to say it, is the minimap, but like filling in the gap. If you have a player in front of you, doing the opposite of what they're doing. So teammates holding right, you hold left. Teammates has util in their hand, you have gun out. Teammate has gun out, you could probably have util in your hand, right? So that's kind of the dynamic there. Just find work, find in the gap if you're going to be second or third. Sometimes Reyna will be first in, but that's kind of the idea. Rotating the B where the fights are. This is also fine. You can take the timing instead to look for the gap mid. So if 2 players are spotted B, likely they don't have 2 players mid, which means you could probably walk up mid for a fight. But that's probably a higher level. We don't have to dig too deep into that right now.
Yeah, I think I was just following the breach.
Yeah, follow the homie. That's probably a better rule of thumb. Follow the homie. That's a good reflash. See, notice what they're doing? They took that initial fight tucked, and then they refight with util. So that flash, pretend that's your Reyna blind. Reyna blind, and then boom. Like, this fight is so hard for us because we can't see anything. That's exactly what you could be doing on defense. Oh, that's what you do here. Hell yeah. And then free kill. This guy couldn't go wide to trade, so that was good. Unfortunately, we couldn't get out because the dismiss is behind the box, but this was good. Yeah, that was really good. Something I do that's going to sound strange is if I know I'm about to get a kill, I start spamming dismiss before I even get the kill. You don't have to do that here, obviously, but if you did, you might actually live. But this was a good round. I like the flash. I like the peek out. That was good. All the homies here. Okay, so they're looking right. You look left here, which your stage kind of has both anyways. You look left. This is fine. You could flash. So again, your teammate's in front of you. He has gun out. This is where you could pull out your flash to try to flash through the box. He comes out here. He's looking left, so this is good. He tucks. If he was still holding left, you would peek in the sight here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we're not really peeking sight. Oh my god. Oh my god, we didn't clear box. Okay, there's no one here. Yeah, we didn't respect the site player at all, which is a little bit scary. Maybe you saw a Minimap there's 2 mid and made the read that A was clear. But it's good to beat the row here. So I'll show you what that looks like. So here you're scaling, Sage is gun out, you would flash, then you would swing with him. And then from here you continue scaling sight, so it'd be peek, peek. You're basically just peeking the common angles. When you're going fast, you kind of just run on all of the off angles, like run, 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 run. And then you peek on the common angle, run, 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 run. Peek on the common angle, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Maybe you peek this actually, but that's kind of the idea. Because if you peeked for every angle, like the common angle and the off angle, it would just take you forever. So
yeah,
take in front, flash, peek, peek common angle, peek common angle, peek common angle, run, 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 run. That's kind of the idea here. But at least look towards sight. Oh my god, we didn't clear the box. Okay, you actually have a timing to take that smoke too if you wanted it. But I'm down to chill. Those putts do like 20 damage. It's not that big of a deal. Oh my god, he's out. Holy shit. This is hard. This is good though. This is exactly what I wanted you to do last time. They start coming out the other side. Make sure you kill this lane first. That's what you did here. Ah! We're moving a bit quick. This is the second time this has happened. You had a kill with dismiss. And we're kind of moving out. Obviously this guy's a lot closer than we was expecting, but yeah, just be a little bit careful running out in the open.
okay.
But that round was acceptable. I would have liked to see you clear your sight angles though. Okay, so here we scale. Flash for your homie off contact. That's good. We don't get to trade unfortunately because our flash plot is late. So you'd probably have your flash out the entire time here, or you'd have your gun out since actually this guy just pulled out his knife. But either or, we need to be playing off his contact a bit quicker here. But he gets the kill. He probably should have dismissed it out anyways, so we wouldn't have gotten the kill. Good flash repeak. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You see how he gets the clove? You could start doing that shit on defense. So, well played by him. He still doesn't dismiss. What the fuck? But yeah, he's playing the Reyna really good there. Yeah, kudos to him. Not really much you can do there. Hopefully you just get the insta trade. That's it.
Let's go.
Clear the corners. Oh, and they flash refought. That's the danger of making all this noise. So you see how you're running up here? Boom, boom, boom. They can time the flash off of that. So that's kind of where being stealthy can help as well. I mean, I don't blame you though, but they're using their flashes really well here, and hopefully you can kind of see how effective it is, so you can try to use it a bit more yourself.
In your favor.
But just well played by them.
Okay.
Off angle for the first kill, tuck back out, flash for the second, flash for the third. Well played. Okay, so that's always the question in this rank. Are we going? You should just go. I'm clearing our
I'll
angles
be
here.
team leader.
Yeah. Right. These angle clears are very scary, but at least we're moving forward. We don't clear close, right?
Prepare for hellfire.
To be fair, that's probably all clear if they're fighting mid like that, but you never
Yeah.
know. Especially in this rank.
I feel a lot more comfortable whenever I hear an ult on a different site. And
I
then I'm
see.
like, oh,
I see.
they're probably not here.
This is a fucking banger shot, by the way. I can tell you I don't hit the shot. My angle holding is terrible. So, kudos. What you'd want to do here is if this guy peeks, you, as your dismiss is up, you would take that one shot and then immediately dismiss.
Mm.
Obviously, he peeks after, but that's kind of what you'd be thinking while it's up. And then now you do it again. So if this guy peeks while your dismiss is up, you take the shot, peace out. Obviously, we're just owning this guy, so.
Come on, let's go.
I think he's on the Phoenix. Yeah.
Careful now.
Going for the 3K. Nice.
I didn't deserve
You do love your Guardian, it seems.
our
Good shots, though. I did like that you walked up there. Like, obviously, you questioned it a little bit because you weren't sure what your teammates were doing. But it's good that you walked up there. Personally, I would have liked to see you clear the elbow angles a little bit better. But, you know, the fact that you moved forward is going to be the most important thing. And it got you a free bomb site. So,
well,
and it got you into a strong spot for the post plant.
Going up.
Picking this out. Wow, they smoke.
we'll be fine. Let's go. Let's go, team.
Oh shit, I'm down. This is scary, but I'm down. Close right? Wow, good chat actually. Okay, so a couple things here. I like the play, okay? I like that we're taking matters into our own hand. The scoreline being 11-11 didn't even phase us. I mean, this is good, Chad. We did it with the flash. This would probably be a high flash moment. What you need to notice
Let's go.
is see if you can grab any info at all to dictate your pre-aim, because we don't have any smokes here. So this guy giving us some molly info at that last second is like God's gift to like gifting us the round. So flashing out here and then immediately looking to the right like you do here is good. What you'll notice specifically is you path backwards to get into cover. Nothing wrong with that. It just takes longer for you to capitalize on this brimstone, which is potentially a bit scary. So this is where routing knowledge comes into play. Just bear with me here. But most of the time when you route and you know there's a market player, you're going to kind of go towards him like that, or you go directly out. So let's kind of see what both look like. You flash. If you go directly out like this, you're using this wall as cover from the backside player. Now, technically, there is an intersection where you flash out and you're peeking to where this player here isn't blind by your flash and you could die. That is true. We're taking that risk here because you're hoping that you kill the brimstone right away. And then after you keep going, you're in cover and now they can't shoot you. So that's the risk you're taking when you go direct. Now, the opposite, if you were going for market push, is you'd probably want to position your flash instead of here. You'd probably want to position it for that angle, and then you'd push the guy directly. And you just run at him. This is something you do more so when you have like a Spectre or a Judge, because you're trying to close the distance because you're WA peeking. Now, the downside to this routing, you might have noticed, is it's putting us into this crossfire here. And this guy won't be blind. So that's the read you're making when you do that. My opinion, the best thing to do when you come out, if you're coming out for this market player, is just to go straight, like hold A the entire time, and just come out here. That's probably what I would do in the situation. But regardless, you actually make the correct play, you go out, you get the kill, and you're not being too scared, it's good. Grab the heal. This is where you would flash back sight.
Hold on. Don't hit it.
Oh, there's a smoke there, we're chilling. That was a round-winning play, though. Oh, he had a round-winning play come back to us.
Where's my team?
Yeah, this is tough. Obviously, you could try to go forward. It's a bit awkward. The only thing I would want you to do at this point in time is just hold where you think the push is coming from, like the edge of the smoke, or like the drop down here or the smoke. That's all I would want you to see. But obviously, this guy drops. He gets a nice 2K. I don't expect you to be able to trade that. Just good play by him. We made a good play, and then he made a good play back. That's looks like he's Silva 3 last act. So
I keep saying, why do we keep going A and then I immediately went A this time? Is it my fault? Did I accidentally? Okay.
everyone gravitates over there in this map. There's a breach looking right side. You look left side here.
Let's go.
Just in case there was a player in the box. If there was a player, we'd probably die there.
Watch your
Okay, this guy used util, so you had gun out, which is good. You would aim at the top. Boom. Okay, he gets the kill and TP's out. That's annoying. Can't do anything about that. Oh, I keep scaling here. Okay, we do run away. So number one thing against oppers is you take the space. As soon as he shoots, you have to go. Because if you give him time to come back onto the angle, you won't be able to keep moving, right?
All right.
Obviously, it's a bit scary. Very scary here. I don't blame you at all. That's a habit I had to kind of break when I was playing CS or learning CS, is like actually moving forward. But if you did move forward here, you probably have sight. We could actually check. It was the sunset game, and this was round 24. 24. Yep, so you can see as soon as the chamber killed the Phoenix here, sight is clear. Their only player is the Brimstone CT. So, I know this is hindsight, but the read you would have here is that the chamber is the A player and he's playing safe. So you would try to take the site if you feel like that's the only player. But even at the very least, you know he has to reload his, not reload, but like, you know, put a bullet back into his op. And you would try to fight this player here while the op is on cooldown. In a real game scenario, it might look like, well, in this case, the Phoenix flash, boom, he dies. Okay, he shot, cool. Let's scale up here and peek all of this. And then by the time you're here, the op is probably back out on the angle. So from here, you'd probably pull out a flash, then push him off again, and then he shoots again or whatever, and then you would keep going. So you're kind of playing in the confines of him not being able to shoot his op right away every single time, which hard to do. It's also why it's called an elo stick. Like you won't be able to util off. Like, eventually, you run out of flashes, right? So and stuff like that, which is where jiggling come into play. Like let's say you're here and you have no flashes. You might come up and jiggle this guy, he shoots, and then you go. And then you might actually hold for his reswing, and then you might be able to get the kill. Not easy at all, but just know that that's what you want to do here. We should still be able to get sight. Yeah, they made out spawn, so thankfully we still get out.
Oh my lord.
So the play here is to try to follow up your breach. You have to read what's going on and follow your homie up. We do go left side. If we did go right side, you might be able to trade the breach just in case, but thankfully he gets that kill. Breach is playing hella aggro this game. It's a good flash. It's well timed with the smoke drop. Ah, re-swing into the op. Gotta be a little bit careful on that. If you did the flash again, that would have been good. But okay, I think we could take a look at the last two rounds as well. But we have some clear things to focus on, I think, for this week. Going A? No, they're going B. You know, I don't know what's going on there. Push through the smoke? Yeah. Okay. Flashing is alright. It does give you a position. I don't mind the gunfights there. That was fine.
Because of that ace at the beginning. If you want to win max, use the Odin. But I also want to improve, you know?
Flash.
Oh.
Just dry peeking everything. Oh my god, we ran away!
What?
We should have kept going left side.
I know. Okay, maybe it's the Odin.
Okay. It's flashing through. Okay, so we're missing the minimap here. You go back and take a look. Minimap, you check there. That's good. Come back out. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. We clear sight. We're blind. Come back out. This is where you look at minimap. So if you notice in the minimap, your siege has like the left side of the smoke, which means when you come around this corner, all you have to do is clear close right. That's all you have to do here. So you'd be able to speed up right away. Boom. And then you'd clear this. You would hard clear this just in case he made it out off of that flash. Let's see what happens here. You know he's close, right? Nice. Let's spray. Plus one flank. And we win. Odin power. Wow. Okay. So for attack specifically, I'm just going to copy and paste these notes. But we can edit it for you specifically. So let's see. Attack, scaling on attack, identifying. Do you know what scaling means, by the way?
I just assume it means going up and taking the space.
Oh yeah, that's correct. So scaling on attack, identifying / vocalizing which group you're in during an execute. In this case, it doesn't really matter as an execute. Just identifying / vocalizing which group you're in general when you're on attack.
Okay.
How many teammates are in front of you, I guess? Are in front of you. And what are they doing? Are they looking somewhere? Do they have utility out? Do they have gun out? Like you have to ask yourself all these questions to figure out what the fuck they're doing so that you can support them better. So in this case, if you're group A, Your job is to trade the homies, right? You're clearing angles, you're trading the homies. If they get a contact before you get contact, you're going to look at minimap and you're going to try to pre-aim and then you're going to go for the trade. If you're third and fifth in and you're in group B, you might not even be scaling at all. Like, you know, like your teammates, you might just be sitting here watching your teammates running while you're holding the smoke, you know? In our sake here, we want to minimize the amount of time we are in group B because we're playing Reyna. You'd want to be in group A, taking space, looking for trades, that whole shebang as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I will admit, being in group A is a lot harder, by the way. So just keep that in mind. But it's a really good skill to learn. When you saw the attack half, what takeaways came in mind for you? Was there anything different? Maybe you wanted to change the wording on some of this?
For this one that you pasted, or just in general?
Let's go general first.
Okay, well, I'm thinking the clearing the angles is probably what I want to work on, just from what we talked about today.
Okay.
On clearing the site when we're trying to take it. And I'm not sure.
No,
I'm
that's
not
okay.
sure what else.
Yeah, I think clearing A is going to be the biggest. Like, this is probably the biggest, the theme for this attack half.
Yeah.
Is like, we need to clear more angles. We need to clear it potentially better. Like, for that round we walked into elbow. Just like clearing angles in general is just better. So I do agree with that. I think like this scaling on attack group A thing is probably a subset skill of clearing. Like, this is more so like how to do it, I guess. And this is more of like what you're trying to accomplish, I
The
think.
priority.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe I'll move this one up. But I would say that's good. I don't really want to add anything else to attack. Staying with a homie, like whatever, like you were doing, instead of going for like that mid lurk that one round when you saw two people finding B main, is probably acceptable. So I don't want to change too much on the decision making of what you're doing on attack, more so of how we're doing it. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay. And then defense, minimap, and flash and repeak. So we can drill this flash repeak thing. Let me log into the EU account.
Okay.
Any questions, by the way?
No.
No? Okay.
Pretty straightforward.
Easy peasy. I'm in the squeezy. Let me not leak anything. I got on my second monitor. Boom, 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 boom. My Valorant will load. Load it in. Do I have you as a friend on this account? Do you remember?
Maybe not. But you
Okay.
have my...
I do have your thing, yeah. Should be able to invite you directly to the custom. Okay. We should probably just do it on sunset. The angle I had in mind was Ascent, but we just watched sunset, so we'll do sunset.
Okay.
Let's see. Right. Are you Paris, Frankfurt, London?
Paris probably, but
Holy shit, your
I
ping
can
is
do
good.
London.
Good, all of these. No, you're
I need to
good.
mute myself. Hold on.
I got it. You will be defense, yes. And how did I launch the game? And it says there's a new patch and I have to restart the update. Do you have that?
No.
What the fuck? That is I just launched the game. I'll be back.
Okay.
Report riot. Try this again. Oh. We gotta do the dismiss cancel too.
Oh yes.
Hopefully it should be relatively easy.
Too bad I can't cancel the heal as well, because sometimes I hit the wrong button when I mean to dismiss and I accidentally heal.
Yeah. I have it on different hands. My dismiss is on my mouse and my heals on my keyboard.
That's smart.
Looks up my aim sometimes. I need to invite you to the custom again. Okay. Sunset. And the start button is there this time. Slock Reyna. That'll probably be the easiest here. I don't have Reyna. Fuck me. How do I want to do this? If I'm not Reyna, what can I do? Can I select Reyna when I'm in the game? I don't think so.
With the cheats?
Yeah, I don't think you can. It's not that important. I just have to talk through it. Unfortunate. You know, I've been playing this game for so long, I thought Reyna was one of the default characters. But I do remember when
Well,
Reyna came out.
Maybe. Oh, she didn't come out in 2020 as well, or?
Not with the default agents at least.
Gotcha.
I think the first agent release was Raze,
I'm hungry.
and then
Anyone hungry?
kind of trickled down
Lunch on
from there.
Brimstone after this.
But
Okay,
yeah.
where are we going?
Let's do the A main fight. A main.
My ult's ready.
Reyna released the day of the official launch. Is that true? Was it not Raze? It was Raze. Okay, so let me kind of explain where you at. Okay. So, what I want you to do is going to sound a little bit odd, but just try and follow. So you're going to be somewhere here, okay? You're going to kill my dumbass. And then you're going to grab your dismiss orb right away. Come here. Cancel your dismiss. Pull out your flash. Pretend like this is my flash. Flash. Move your crosshair back, preem, and then kill me again. And then maybe even dismiss again. And then fall back to site. So you kill me again, dismiss, and then you'd probably go back to here.
Okay.
Okay.
So kill, dismiss, go in here, flash,
Kill.
come back.
Yeah. Kill
And
me
then
again,
kill,
and then
dismiss.
dismiss. And then you'd probably fall back to site.
Okay.
Okay. And when you dismiss from here, whatever, and then you get back to into cover, you would cancel the dismiss. So let's actually just practice the cancel dismiss first. Just kill me and then go back into cover and then dismiss again.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. No, I gotta respawn. I gotta respawn.
Okay.
That was fine. That was fine. Go ahead.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you gotta get used to it. You want to kill me and dismiss as quick as you can.
Okay. Oops.
Yeah.
How do I do it at the same time?
What do you mean?
Because let's see. Wait. Oh, never mind. I got it. Okay.
Okay, okay. And then you want to cancel as soon as you're in cover.
Oh. It says no soul orb available when I try.
To cancel?
Oh, maybe I just did it too slow.
Yeah. Just kill me, dismiss, and dismiss again right away so you can see the cancel. That guy should be faster. Is that the fastest you can cancel the dismiss? I mean, I can't see your screen, so. But I'm going off of the audio.
Do you want me to share?
Yeah, let's do that.
Is it this one? This screen?
Yeah, that should work.
Okay, I'm gonna turn down my Valorant volume.
Sure. You can mute my stream too if you want.
Okay, so
Yeah, like that. Yeah. That's good.
so before I even get into cover?
You would want to do it when you're in cover technically, but it's like about the like you would cancel it kind of like as soon as you know you're out of danger, basically. Because you would want to pull out your gun or your flash as quick as possible. So, yeah, go that angle. I am going to peek you. You're going to dismiss, come back out, flash, and then you're gonna kill me. And when you flash, it's typical to go for a wide swing, but I'll let you fill it out.
Okay. Oops. Oops.
That's okay. And then, yep, perfect. And then you'd fall back to sight, and then you'd just hold the box. So let's kind of yeah, you'd go all the way back to like as far into sight as you can, and then probably go to that box you're playing at, and then you'd probably hold here.
Okay.
So now I'm obviously because I auto respawn, I'm gonna move around. So let me kind of explain it. You're gonna kill me on this first angle here. Then you're gonna dismiss, go back in the cover, and then you're gonna flash and reswing, and you're gonna go wide. Okay, and I'm gonna be here on the reswing, and then after you dismiss from there, I'm gonna spawn again, and I'm gonna chase you, and then and then you're gonna complete your dismiss somewhere in sight, and you're gonna hold like the chase. Like I'm gonna be here somewhere. You're gonna try to get that kill too.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't ready.
No, that's good though. That's kind of the sequence we would go off of. It seems like the flash is taking a little bit of time, and in a real game, I would probably be a lot closer. So maybe the flash that you're doing for this play would be better on the floor. Like you'd get that kill, you'd dismiss back, and then you'd flash like here.
Okay.
And then maybe you'd peek tight. I don't know, but we'll keep going. I'll kind of just chase you and see how it goes, and you just have to do it as quick as possible. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay,
so that's actually the real timing in the game. Kind of think how this would work. Maybe you'd have to
pull it out while I'm.
No, you can only do it out as soon as you. Yeah. So.
Okay.
In a real game, there's gonna be a player behind me when I die that will chase you when you dismiss. So that's the player you need to kill when you flash again. So you might have to go a bit deeper. Let's try that again.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
I think that is good though. I guess you would also have audio cues, right? So like if you know you're getting chased, you can fall as far back as you did like that. If you don't hear that, like maybe I'm going heavy elbow or something, like I'm going this way, you might be able to sneak in that flash and get another kill. Let's do the same thing from elbow. So what I want you to do is I want you to play where I'm standing here. You're gonna win this first fight like this. Then you're gonna dismiss. And you're probably gonna end your dismiss around here. And then you're gonna flash the floor and then go for the second kill. And I'm probably gonna be in this area here. And then you're gonna get that kill, and then you're gonna dismiss probably somewhere back here as far as you wanna go, okay?
Okay.
So first angle is this one, yep. You're gonna kill me, okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, dismiss, flash. Okay, the dismiss cancel was a bit slow, but yeah. Let's get that first sequence down. Down. You kill me, you dismiss. And just remember that you have a little bit of buffer time. Like, you're trying to get into cover and get your flash out before I scale up on you. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. I know I'm throwing a lot at you, but let's keep going.
Oh my goodness.
So that dismiss took too long. Like we did the full sequence there, or like, what do you call it? Not full sequence, but like distance. So I'm gonna have that on my second monitor. I'll take a look.
Okay. Oops.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll do it again. Up you go.
I keep going before I take it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. That's also muscle memory we have to build up too. So that's good we're doing this. Okay, dismiss. Yeah, cancel. Cancel a little bit earlier. Try to cancel as quick as possible and see what it looks like as you go back in the cover. Yeah, that's good. That actually looks good. You'd cancel at that tempo and then you would immediately flash. So kill me again, do that, and then flash right after. And then exactly. Okay. Do that a couple more times and then I'll chase you on the next one. Okay. It's a lot of buttons, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Oops.
I'm gonna chase you this time. You should be able to get it out a little bit quicker, but let's try that again. Maybe I'm just being unrealistic. That could be the case. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like you should be able to.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Can we do it? Can we start again? Okay.
Okay.
What is happening?
Okay. I mean, that should be working. Let's try again. You kill me. Boom. Wait, I didn't pick all the way. Oops. Okay. Dismiss. Cancel. Heal. Flash. Yeah, that's good timing. Yeah, let's try that exact thing again. I don't know what changed. Maybe I'm changing something. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so technically they have a timing if they make it on the ledge here. They're really quick, they can make it on the ledge. So you might want to account for that by dismissing deeper, like maybe 90 degrees on the wall, and then flashing here and then peeking out for the player pushing you.
Okay.
Okay, let's try that. I'm lagging a little bit, but fuck it. You good?
Yeah.
Okay, you'd also hold that angle a little bit wider, like one step to the left and crosshair slightly to the right. Yep, a bit more. Yep, okay, you ready?
Here. Yeah.
Bit more.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, wider, yeah. And then cancel, flash. Okay. You should be able to cancel a little bit quicker still. You don't have to be against the wall when you cancel, you just cancel it once you're out of danger, basically.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
So you would cancel it. You basically cancel it as soon as you turn this corner. Like you get the kill and then dismiss, and then you'd cancel here, and then you continue going here as you pull out your flash. I wish I could show you, but obviously I don't have rain on this account, so. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Yep, flash. And then, exactly, okay. We'll do that again. I'll chase you this time. Okay. The canceling seems to be the hardest part.
Yeah. Well, it's new to me. I didn't even know it existed until today.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll keep drilling this. Ready?
Yeah. Oh, I was too high.
So, still a little bit quicker. Yeah. And then after you cancel, you would keep going to the wall because you have to pull out your flash.
Okay.
Does that make sense? You
Yeah,
have to
so
account
I'm
for the
trying-
pullout time.
I can pull it out while I'm walking, but it's hard because I use my index finger for both D and C. So I think that's the issue, is I have to.
Oh. Okay. I learned this from playing Fortnite, so bear with me. But when I strafe to the right and I use my index for other buttons, I actually move my middle finger to hold B.
Okay.
You don't have to do that, okay? So if you have trouble pressing C and D with the same button, what you might want to do instead is learn how to press C with your thumb, or move your C to V and press B with your thumb.
Okay.
But
I think I can try.
that's also, you could also try to just sneak in a little quick tap of C and then continue strafing. Yeah, that's, I didn't think about that, but that's something I struggled with when I played Fortnite, so I understand. Okay, you ready?
Okay. No, I think I can learn to do both with my thumb. Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Kill me, insta dismiss, cancel quickly. Yeah, you got it. I'll just let you do it. Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's okay.
I hit. Okay, so.
Yeah, don't overthink
okay,
it. Let's
so-
just fucking, let's just run it. Let's just run it. Let's just run it.
Okay. Oh my god. Well, now the problem is that E is on top. So I'm hitting all three of them. Let's see.
Yep. You have to do it quickly, which is hard, I guess. That's also the other problem you're running into, huh? Is that you kill me, but you can't dismiss and strafe to the side right away. Is that why it's so hard for you to cancel it?
Maybe. Let's see. Oh shit. Now I don't know what buttons I'm pressing.
You might have to change your dismiss to a mouse button.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's try that. Put your dismiss, it doesn't matter what mouse button. I use mouse button for the bottom one. Controls, yeah. I believe it's action. And then scroll back up and it's usability 3. If you want to do it just for Reyna, you can also make an agent profile. But
Might want to do that.
yeah. I mean, personally, I think it would probably just be better to have that as a mouse button for everyone, but that's up to you, honestly.
So which one?
Dismiss,
E?
yes.
What do
Yeah, thumb button,
what
yeah.
am I doing?
Whichever is more comfortable. The bottom one is more comfortable for me than the top one because my grip is further back on the mouse. Some people.
Yeah, I have it for voice push to talk.
Oh, so what's your V bound to?
My V?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You could try
How do I
V
know?
instead.
Oh, yeah, nothing is V.
Yeah, you could try V and then you'd press that with your thumb. So you'd shoot me and then V.
Well, they're kind of the same. Let's see.
Well, with your thumb. V is thumb. Do you not tilt your keyboard? Do you play like straight?
Yeah, I play it straight.
Oh, okay. Fuck. That's tough, but whatever honestly works. Yeah, let's try it though. Let's try it.
With V? Okay.
Whatever you'd want. You would want to try thumb button, you try V. We try V first.
Okay. Oh my god.
I know.
Oh my god.
I know. It's not going to be easy to relearn the muscle memory.
Yeah.
You probably have to do this in the range for a bit as well. Like get a kill,
Yeah.
dismiss, cancel, flash.
Oh no.
Oh, I see. C and V is close together. That's the struggle, huh? Yeah. Mouse button might be better.
The hunt begins.
Okay. I accidentally pressed X.
You have X, C, and V. That's my old Fortnite binds right there.
Okay.
The struggle of binds, guys. Struggle of binds.
What was it before E?
Was E before.
I think the E is fine. It's
You have to cancel it
I'm
quicker
pretty good at-
somehow.
okay.
Like that. And then flash. Like that. The cancel into the flash has to be like back to back. Otherwise you're gonna get caught. Like as soon as you cancel, your flash has to pull out and then you throw it. Yeah.
I don't know. I think the mouse button would be a good one, but I don't know what to change my voice chat to then. Let's try it.
Yeah. Well, you do have 2 mouse buttons. What do you use the other one for? Not that one.
Whoops. It's the radio command wheel, which I do use more. So maybe it's fine if I do this one as that, and then this one as this. Wait, did I do that backwards? Oh, I just still have this one. Okay. Now I think I just have to remember to hit C.
Yeah. I mean, it is looking better already, though. I won't lie. Still could cancel it quicker, I will say.
Yeah.
But like, as soon as you get past the angle and into cover is when you cancel it. Yeah. Like that. That's good timing.
Is that better?
That is better.
How do I get out of my Empress?
I'd have to kill you.
Okay, do it. Make it quick. Okay.
Yeah, turn on auto respawn. Or I could just reset.
All right.
This is probably laggy anyways
Show
with the
me where to
guns.
go.
Okay, and we go same spot.
Yeah. This sequence that you're doing here is going to be like the bread and butter for Reyna, though. Dismissing, getting in the cover, flashing, and repeaking. So, important that we get this down. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's looking good though. Okay, I'm gonna chase you on this next one. Ready?
Yep.
Yeah, that was good. That's perfect. Obviously, if you kill me quicker, that's ideal.
Yeah.
And then you would dismiss again all the way back to safety. So we'll run this first sequence a couple of times, and then we'll have you fall back after. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Oh, that's good. With this, we'll get 2 kills before the sight hit even happens. Perfect. Obviously, you have to kill me faster, though, I will say.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's try again.
Holding wider is probably better. Sorry, mouse wider, but going more left is good. Yeah, like that. That's a good distance. Yeah, this
I
looks
moved
good.
when you said that. Okay, okay.
This looks good. Yeah, let's take a look.
Oh no, it was too high.
Nah, it's still good, though. It's still good.
Oh my goodness.
And then if you wanted, you could flash and repeat on that one, too. But you wouldn't have a dismiss to get out, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. We're getting the flow down.
Oops.
Sorry. You should be able to auto
I'm
respawn.
just too high a little. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It could be a bit too high too, because like you have to think, if I'm close to the wall, my head height's gonna be lower. And if I back all the way up, like you can see, the depth changes a little bit. So my advice honestly is like, don't even burst when you see me. Just shoot one bullet and then strafe and then shoot. And then again, like tap into a burst, tap into a burst. Okay.
Okay.
So you might want to tap me, which would be great, but if you don't, you can immediately move. Well, we bursted there, but you shit on me, so.
Oops, I meant to go forward. I don't know why I went back. Okay. A lot to think about right now.
I know. Let's get this first part down where you just tap into a burst first and then dismiss. Don't forget the flash. Okay, nice. Let's go again. Yep, it's better. Okay, cool.
Oh.
We'll do it again. Tap, burst, tap, burst, tap, burst. Still bursting, but it's okay. Just tap when you see me, see what it looks like. Oh, a burst.
When I tap it, it's just 2.
Yeah, it should be 1. Okay, should be 1. Should be 1. And then you immediately strafe and burst. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. I mean, I know we didn't get the insta kill, but that's what it should look like. You've ingrained it so much to shoot 2 bullets that it's all that's coming out.
Yeah, I don't even know why. I'm not intentionally doing
Honestly,
that.
this part isn't that important though. I'm more worried about the dismiss and the flash, so I won't hang up too much on this. All right, let's do this a couple more times, and I'll chase you all the way this time. So keep dismissing back.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Okay, so this flash is
Oh,
a
you
bit
went
deep.
past it.
Yeah, so that's learning. That's learning. I don't know if you're ever gonna play anyone this aggressive, by the way, but this will be good to learn. Okay, you ready?
Mhm.
Okay, so that there is a timing to where I can kill you if you're not quick enough. That's okay. Maybe it's accounted for in margin of error, but let's see.
Oops.
Honestly, I feel like sometimes maybe flashing isn't even as good. I'm trying to think, like, if I'm chasing you that fast, it might just be better for you just to dismiss and have your gun out and shoot me.
Maybe.
But let's try it without the flash and see how it feels. I'm just gonna chase you like normal.
Okay.
Which, if you won the fight, it's good. That's something that you have to play around with. I don't think we can follow a general rule of thumb here. If you feel like you're getting chased, cancel the flash. It's like you can make that decision as soon as you cancel the dismiss, whether or not you should have your gun out or not. It's like, yeah, here I definitely beat that. Which I don't know if people will kill you in your rank like consistently for that, but yeah, it'll happen. Yeah, that might be better. How far can you dismiss on that? Like all the way?
From where?
The first one?
You stand where...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe doing that would be better. Like you go all the way back there, and then if you wanted to, you could pull out your flash and swing, and then get this kill and then dismiss and get out. It's gonna be different depending on if they're chasing you or not. Because if they're not chasing you, I'd rather you flash and refight here.
Yeah. Okay.
But generally, it is better to just fall back and not overcommit. So like, yeah. But regardless, either or is fine. That part.
I do need to get a handle on dismissing backward though, because when I'm in game, like for some reason I just always go forward. That's usually when I die.
I see.
Because
I see.
I don't know.
It's definitely something I need to learn. Yeah, I do like what we're doing there. I think that's good. I think that's probably what you would end up using in a real game. I just would like to see our flash somehow, but that might just be dictated on a different, like a similar situation, but if your teammate's here. For example, you get that first kill, and then your second teammate buys you time because they're fighting, which means that you probably aren't getting chased, and then you could flash.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind. Like as you're falling back, just try to look at the minimap to see if you should really fall back all the way or if you should stay. But I don't think, like in this isolated duel that we're doing here, falling back all the way kind of makes more sense. But like if
Okay.
you have context of a teammate, it's completely different. Like
Okay.
maybe the scenario I'm thinking of too is if your teammate's right next to you, say I'm your teammate, we're both taking this fight and then we both tuck, you would just cancel your dismiss here and flash because your teammate's holding you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a lot that goes into this, but I guess I don't want you to always fall all the way back is my point. I think
Okay.
flashing and refighting is going to be bread and butter for Reyna, so. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
That's the true power of Reyna, by the way, is playing these off angles. Let's try this other side again, just to mix it back up.
Can confirm that Reyna repositioning would be very annoying in my low elo lobbies.
Actual statement. Yeah, go on that main angle. Deep one here. Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it missed you completely.
Yeah, I do make it past. And I guess, again, like, you will start getting chased like this at some point where you get punished, but yeah, I don't know. I'm conflicted because it's unrealistic for it to happen in your game now, but I know at some point it's going to happen. And I don't really want you to get used to doing the wrong thing per se,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I think you just have to feel out, I think. It matters a lot on sound cue too. Like if you can hear me stomping at you, you should adjust your flash and also continue moving back. And then that reswing that you just did there would probably be done with the flash. But that was good. That was good. I think you get the core concept down.
Yeah.
You want to be able to train this obviously alone, but I think you can do something similar in the range where like you get the kill, you dismiss, and then you like hide behind a wall. Let me see if I can pick Reyna in the range to show you. Hopefully I can. Fingers crossed. The range. The wrong gay.
My ultimate's
The
ready.
the flash on the floor makes it deploy faster.
Just because the distance, yeah, so 4, like the flash doesn't pop until it's reached this end distance. So like here it's gonna go all the way there and then pop. Whereas if I do it here, it's gonna pop here. But it's not that much faster.
Gotcha.
Okay, so how do we do this? We'd probably do something like this. And then wait, where's the solo orb? Fuck.
Maybe it's only in practice. Well, actually, I don't know. I haven't used her in the range.
They will cower.
Why do I have to ult? Okay, maybe I just have to ult. It's kind of lame. Nope, it's not there. No, no. What? Okay, well, something like this, and then you'd... These binds are completely different than what I'm used to. But you do... The soul orb's not consistent, so I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, you would dismiss here and use this as wall. Oh, and this is really good to do too in a game. You would dismiss. Fuck, I'm lagging. You dismiss and then you would jiggle like this for info. Like you would come out, or you could just stand in the open. I guess it doesn't matter. But you could. Holy shit, the ping. Okay, so you could stand here and then tuck back at the end, and then flash. But yeah, I don't. It doesn't seem like this environment here is very consistent. Maybe it's because I'm on EU ping, but something is buggy here. But if you can't practice it like this, you might have to get someone in to 1v1 unit custom until this is like all muscle memory for you. Where you can get the kill, dismiss out, tuck, flash, and then go for a kill. Like that is 100% going to be how you can start demolishing these lobbies as Reyna. Because like right now you're climbing off of pure gun skill and like occasionally using some abilities. But like you're not actually maximizing the agent, you know? This is probably the next step.
Yeah, I'm wondering why, if that's maybe why I'm having a bit of a loose streak with Deadlock, because I haven't been thinking about her abilities at all since switching to Reyna.
Right. That's definitely a big thing with Deadlock. I mean, using Deadlock's abilities is hard though. Like on defense, it's like kinda easier. Like you just like set up your shit somewhere and then maybe you wall something off and then you like have your nade out when they come. Like that is probably straightforward, but on attack, it's kind of hard to use Deadlock. You just have an nade and then that's it, but it is kind of hard. But yeah. Agent Mastery is typically after mechanics, Agent Mastery is next, like in the roadmap.
Affirmative.
I think I wrote some of this down at the start. Yeah. So Iron to Gold, Gunfight Mastery / Comfort, and then Agent Mastery. I mean, we're kind of moving into this, but yeah, that's really is the next step.
Okay.
Maybe we'll wrap up there. But I think the biggest thing for us to start learning is the flash repeak thingy. So flashing on repeaks is big, but like the thing that we're seeing here is typically this is going to be, I'll unload this. The pattern normally is going to be get a kill. I'll do it like this, get a kill, dismiss into cover, cancel quickly, flash for a repeak, get another kill, dismiss and fall back. That's typically going to be the pattern. Like if you can follow this formula here, I'll say formula. If you can follow this formula, I mean, that's fucking banger. Like this is the ideal scenario as Arena.
Okay. Awesome.
Awesome. Questions, comments, concerns?
I don't think so. Well, okay, for practicing, if I don't have anyone, do you think I can just do it in like Swift plays and stuff on?
Yeah, you could try it.
Maps?
You could try it.
Yeah.
I could see that working. Obviously, the repetitions would be more spaced out, but
Yeah.
I could see that working. But yeah,
All right.
sounds
Rush
good.
better?
What's that? Spike Rush? Oh. I don't know.
I haven't played too much Spike Rush. I think I've only played it once.
I would say probably Swift plays are better. Spike Rushes have like these weird fucking like other stuff that goes on. Like sometimes you'll get blinded for no reason because they picked up an orb or something. So,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, that's so to kind of recap, defense, stare at minimap longer on the rotates until the last possible second, and then flash on your repeaks. Attack is going to be clearing the angles and scaling on site. It's kind of a lot, so definitely take it in priorities. I would say the flashing on the repeak thing probably is going to be one of the bigger priorities just because it is closely related to agent mastery. And then on attack, doing the clearing the angles, like seeing where your teammates are, like that's going to be the biggest thing. Like if I had to pick two, that I would want this flash thingy and the scaling for your teammates thingy being the two main things I would look for next week.
Okay. And is next week that player breakdown?
That would be ideal. Yeah. Let's plan for that.
Okay. Sounds good.
Alrighty. Well, if you have questions, hit me up. But otherwise, good luck on the grind this week. I mean, we have above 50% win rate. So let's go. 58 actually on the Reyna. That's really good.
Well, thanks for your help.
Of course.
Couldn't do without you, coach.
No, you could have. Let's be real. You could have. But I appreciate it.
All right.
All right. You take care,
Good
Path.
day.
You too. Peace.
Bye.
Peace. All right, chat. I gotta hop. But you guys take care. I'm gonna send you guys to Path stream. I believe it's telepathics. But I gotta go. So you guys enjoy. But I gotta go. Say raid telepath. I don't know if they're hopping off or what, but I gotta go. So you guys take care. Peace. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday for Pixels coaching. Later.